Okay, we're going to demo our Rake application. I always like to start on our Rake website, actually, because I really like to just touch on our tagline. Rake is the one-stop messaging platform for all stakeholders. We believe strongly in that, especially this all stakeholders, and I always just like to explain that briefly. We think a great messaging platform should be great for employees. Employees should be able to talk to employees really, really easily. They should also be able to communicate with customers and prospects. And that should happen in as simple a way as possible for the customer. Any way the customer likes to communicate, a great messaging platform should support that. And so Rake was built to be good for everyone related to the company: managers, employees, maybe even investors, customers, prospects, all of those people, vendors, all of those people are stakeholders at a company. And that's what our messaging platform is built for. And the last thing I like to point out while we're on the website, and you can see here, we've actually had a proactive message come up from our chat technology. I'll just X that off for a second here. The last thing I'd like to touch on this screen is these four different components of Rake. The Rake web application, and we do have a mobile app, but the Rake web application is a workspace. And all of these different pieces live within the workspace. So a lot of people know us for chat, and so certainly chat is there. We have website visitor monitoring. Salespeople love that. They literally are alerted when someone comes to the website, and you can see where the person's coming from and lots of details. Collaboration tools. So again, we really believe that employees should be able to seamlessly communicate with each other, and they should be able to have private messages and group messages, and there should be communication channels specific to products and different customers, all kinds of things. So we have a strong collaboration suite. And then task management. Certainly when you're interacting with a customer, or maybe you're interacting with a coworker, et cetera, there will be tasks that arise. And so our task management system goes really well with this. I will say each of these four components, they work and can live independently. A business that uses Rake does not have to use all four. A business that uses Rake for chat or for collaboration tools will get a lot of value out of just one of these components. However, our philosophy has always been to deliver all of our features to all of our customers. And so out of the box, all of this comes to all of our customers. We are free to use for for users 1 through 10. So that means if you have a company of 8 people and you never grow, you will use Rake for free forever. And then larger companies will pay us $50 a month or $75 a month, not per user, but just $50 a month. And we'll have the benefit of all of these items. So what I'd like to do now is go into the Rake workspace. And so I would just typically log in. I'm already logged in. I'll click into it. And we'll kind of expand this left menu here. And we're going to go through these items. But this is where a lot of people begin. They begin in the dashboard. This is specific to me. I have no open tasks right now, so my task area is blank, thankfully. I can look at lots of past conversations, and I can go into even greater details about conversations, etc. I will share with you now, we probably won't come back to it, but for new users, and maybe a user's only been with us for 2 weeks, we always do have a self-guided tour available. It sits here permanently, and you can very easily go back and look at lots of different help tips, and it walks you right through the different pieces of it. So that's always there. That will open automatically for new users, but it's always there to be helpful. Okay, so after the dashboard, we'll go to conversations, and this is where a lot of people live in the Rake workspace. But you can see I'm not leaving one application for another. I'm just living all within our large workspace here. So right now we're seeing lots of different chats that are happening here. I'm just going to click into mine. You would not see all of those chats. You would only, if you were in all, you could see all customer and prospect chats that are happening specific to your company. My user access is a little expanded. That's why I see multiple companies in here. So we're in conversations. Let's go take a look at how employees communicate with each other. So like I have, here's one of the people that report to me. And so he and I have a private stream always running. I can always reference back to it. I can actually search. Like if I know he used some word or I'm looking for a subject, I can always search right here. I could actually probably type in Greg right here, and I can find lots of different interactions that I had with Greg. That's Greg as a customer, but here's Greg as our employee. And so Rake is built to be highly searchable. It's very fast on search, and we don't limit search. I know like a Slack has a limitation on how far back you can search. We do not do that. And so Greg and I have this long stream going here. And if Greg wanted to send me a note, he could certainly put an attachment on it. I could right here, Greg says, I lost you. I don't know what that was about, but I could even just react to that and give him that's disappointing. Give him a quick thumbs down, right? All of those features that I think so many of us expect today in the workplace in terms of communication or related to communication, all those features are available. We also have team communication. So like, let's click into maybe sales strategies or the sales success team. You can see with the sales success team, there's a lock here. This is a private channel, and it includes 3 of us. So we've got Greg and Hector and myself are in this one. We certainly could add people if we wanted to, but this is a private channel. But we can also just have, say, an external channel that anybody in the company can communicate in here, a general channel. And as you can see here, we can create any channel we want, and we can make it be public or private, et cetera. So that's a look at conversations. I know a lot of people today kind of think our website visitor monitoring is a cool feature. What does that mean? What are we getting at here? Well, yes, I can actually be notified. I can get a notification in real time. Hey, some person just landed on your website. I can see where they are. I can see the different pages they've visited. And thankfully, because we would have a chat widget on that page, I could actually go and just engage them. I literally could engage with Hector. I could send him an invitation right now. And this invitation would literally just pop up on his screen. And he and I could have some back and forth. I don't know if he's going to reply to me or not. But so that's called proactive messaging. There's someone on our page and we can proactively message them. As I showed a little bit ago, I'll just click back here real quickly. This proactive messaging also can happen automatically. So after someone's been on the website for 30 seconds or someone lands on a specific page, we can just proactively engage them. And that's what we saw at the very beginning of this video. So that's a look at visitor monitoring. We'll just keep kind of going down the list here. So then we'll click into tasks. And again, no unclaimed tasks for me. You can, create a task very simply. There's all kinds of task types that you can create. And that's not limited by what our company creates. You have the ability to create any task type you want. You can make task types. So like in the case of sales for us, if I create a sales task type, it immediately assigns to Greg. Okay. And it didn't have to do that. When we built the task type, we could have said, don't auto assign this. It's all of that functionality is available. With our tasks too, we allow you to automatically set up a due date. You may say any sales task type has a due date of 2 hours from now. And you can do that. all of that functionality is available. So that's a look at tasks. You can also keep track of customers in here. We have lots of unknown customers. Those are specific to people that visited our website and we did not identify their name and they left the website. But you can customize this as well, and you can load customers in here. When you do have identified customers and they come back a second or third time to your website, even in visitor monitoring, their name it carries with them, so you know exactly who they are. This will be users and channels. And so a user is very key to the Rake application. A user is someone that can be in the workspace and be functional. And then, of course, we have channels. And again, all the different channels can be created here. You can set different permissions, etc. This is something that a lot of people would not think about initially. Knowledge base. A lot of technology people, a lot of developers certainly understand the importance of knowledge base. But for every company that works with us, you start with a blank knowledge base and you can create articles. That would be about like, here's how you do this with our company, or here's how you do that kind of thing with our company. The value of that is that as new hires come on, the knowledge base is there. As new customers come on, you can expose your knowledge base to customers. And so many different answers are in there. And again, because our search functionality is so strong, when you go and search something within Rake, you are searching throughout the knowledge base as well. And it very quickly will bring up whatever it is that you're looking for, whether it's a keyword or a subject. We'll go into Workspace Editor. This is where you build out a lot of functionality for how you're going to use Rake moving forward. And you can see there's quite a submenu here within the Workspace Editor. Quick messages. So we think that when you chat with a customer, it should be able to be really fast. And so you might create quick messages that are specific snippets of text or links or even attachments that someone that's chatting with a customer or with a prospect can very quickly reply to a chat and include that attachment. I can show you, see if, we'll just click add message just really quickly. So here you can see where you can add the attachment, you put a label on it, you type the actual text here. So it's very simple to use. You can also customize your widget quite a bit. You can change the colors of your widget and you can change the way it behaves. You can set all these proactive messages. So chat widget styles, you can see all these different colorings that can be in here and different icons and logos that you can add to it. All of that is available to you. You do not need to be a coder, if you will, to be able to do that. You can create these proactive messages, and I won't go too deep into here, but I do want you to know our proactive messaging is essentially a form of what a lot of people would call a bot. And so, we can do things based on behavior. So when scroll position exceeds 30%, do this, and we'll add a rule, and we can put that on a specific page. So, and the page URL is any or equals, so we can say any, and maybe we would do contains, I don't know, maybe a URL would contain the word sales in it. And so any URL in your website that contains the word sales, the proactive message would fire based on that. So in this case, I'm putting a few together. And so all of that functionality is there. You can go on and on and on and get really deep into the functionality of our proactive messaging. You can do proactive messages just for returning visitors, and you can have many different proactive messages running at the same time. And based on different page or different length of stay, et cetera. So all of that is available. Another thing that a lot of people like that we know is unique to what we offer are conversation scripts. The purpose of a conversation script would be, hey, we believe when people are going to chat with us, they're going to ask one of these questions. And when they do, Mr. or Mrs. employee that's managing the chat, or maybe you're using live agents from an actual contact center company, because we interface with those companies as well. We want you to follow this particular script. And so we've built all of that out in here. And it can get really, really detailed. So lots of functionality there. We do, as you can imagine, we have reporting. And so you can look at conversation reports. You can actually pull full transcripts of chats, et cetera, et cetera. All that is available. But why don't we actually have a live chat take place? And so I'm going to go to a different screen. I've got a few different monitors running. I'm going to go to a different screen, and I'm going to send myself basically a chat. And so I will. You may have heard that open up on a different screen of mine. I'm going to say, hi, this is a test chat. And so I'll just hit. And so again, I'm really simulating the fact that I am a customer, or maybe I'm a prospect. And so sure enough, there it opens up, right? And so I can literally just hit go because I am going to grab this chat and I'm going to engage. In this case, I'm going to engage with myself. So I hit go, and then I'll hit start. And you can see that we had an initial response come to the person, because we didn't want, maybe it would have taken 40 seconds for somebody to pick up the chat, and we wanted the person to be engaged right away. And so we had, again, automation. We had an initial response go out. Hey, hi, thanks for having a look at Rake. We're all about business messaging and offer our full platform for free for small companies. Want to chat? And so that came back to me, and I'll say yes. I'll say yes, I do want to chat. And you'll just notice we got a preview. I know you heard that come in, and we got all kinds of notifications. We even have notifications, if you want, will be sent right to your mobile phone as a text message, as an SMS. But at any rate, if you noticed there, I'm going to go back and just type again. I'm just going to type some gibberish. You'll actually see that start to come up on the screen right here. Now, I have not hit enter as the customer, but the reason we created that technology is because we know that agents that get a head start on the incoming chat, we know that they can even more quickly process the conversation. And so that's why we built that technology. And so that's available for everyone that uses it. That uses Rake. Now, what about a quick message, right? Because we mentioned quick messages a moment ago. How would we deliver a quick message as the company, as an agent of the company? Well, we'll just click on the lightning bolt here, and we get a pop-up of lots of different messages. Now, I will say we have a lot in here, and some of that's because of sales demonstrations that we've given, et cetera. But you tend to start to remember what these quick links are. And so like, here's a demo link, right? And so I can just click demo real quick and hit send. Whoops, I clicked attachment. I didn't mean to do that. I'll hit enter to send this. And we actually just delivered a link back to the chat window that the customer is in that's clickable. And the customer could go and book a demo for us, and then that would be a meeting that we would book and have. We can do attachments directly from our machine. We certainly can include emojis and whatnot to show different emotion. That's certainly simple. We also can add tags to a conversation. That helps for searching down the road. Maybe I'm going to say, are you using Rake today at your company? And then based on the response here, maybe I'll put a tag on this of prospect or customer. And so again, I'm off on another screen and I just type no. And so then I'll say, okay, well then that's a prospect. right? And so I can just type right in here. Now, prospect already exists for us. But if it didn't, I could create a new tag right here. But again, because prospect already exists for us, it's right there. And so now I've tagged this conversation that way. So I don't want to go on too long. Rake, again, 4 main components to it. We think messaging is incredibly important for companies today. We think you have to be able to communicate with the customer the way that they want to communicate, and you should be everywhere. That's why we call it omni-channel, whether it's Facebook, whether it's literally texting from your phone, all of that can come right into your Rake workspace. And then from there, once the conversation begins, there's so many different extensions that move from there. Maybe I didn't want to hit that quick message with book a demo. Maybe I just wanted to drag book a demo right in to a message. I certainly could do that and save even more time. So get this to work here. So lots of functionality there for our customers to use. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you learned about Rake. And if you want to follow up with us, it's always hello@rake.ai.